Hello and welcome to the English virtual class. The topic for today is nature and education, so module 8, reading comprehension, vocabulary exercises. Let's begin. First, school subjects. How many of the following school subjects do you already know? Let's see some of them in this timetable: biology, math, geography, PE, physics, also economics, art, chemistry, computer studies or ICT, and of course music, English literature or English language, etc. How many of them do you know? If you see the following words, what is the first idea that comes to your mind? Let's see these words together. Public high school, curriculum, maritime culture, environmental conservation, marine science also. Navigate, greenhouse, laboratory, hands-on learning, critical thinking. What do you think? What comes to your mind? Let's see a text together. We are going to do a reading comprehension test, the Urban Assembly, New York Harbor School. Read the text and complete the gaps 1 to 6 with the correct sentences A to G. One of these sentences is extra. Let's see firstly the sentences in order to complete the text correctly with them. A, for example, students become expert scuba divers, learn how to handle boats, navigate at sea and farm oysters. Number B, the principal insists that the marine world provides an ideal forum for an education. Number C, it also ensures each student receives individual attention and allows teachers to remain accessible to all. D, current school principal Nathan Dudley believes that NYHS provides an ideal environment for hands-on learning and that the school stimulates students' curiosity and critical thinking. The statement E, in fact, it is the New York's first and only school dedicated to the study of water and the city's maritime culture. The F1, twice a week they go out into New York Harbor to what they call their outdoor laboratory, where they measure water quality and study the ecosystem. And the last one, G, sentence G, now sitting right on the water's edge in a fully renovated building, the school can truly expand its maritime activities and fulfill its mission. Now let's see the text. Right in the heart of New York's harbor, the gateway to one of the biggest and most modern cities in the world, is a small but vibrant school with huge plans for its students and a real mission for the environment. Let's begin. A. Paragraph A. NYHS is a small public high school located on Governor's Island in New York City, just a short ferry crossing from the lower tip of Manhattan. From the outside, it might look like a traditional school, but its curriculum and philosophy are anything but ordinary. Now, you should put a sentence here. Which one do you think we can put? Let's see, it's the E one. The correct one is the E one. Until recently, the school occupied an old inner city site where students had to take a field trip just to get a glimpse of the water. But in 2010, NYHS moved to a former Coast Guard building on Governor's Island in order to be closer to the sea. Now we should put another sentence here. Which one do you think? Let's see, it is G, so sentence G in the second missing place. Let's continue with paragraph B. Students at NYHS don't only study traditional subjects like math and history, the syllabus also includes marine science, maritime history, and environmental conservation. Emphasis is also placed on teaching students practical water skills. Here goes another sentence. The school also has a garden tended by students. Inside, it houses a greenhouse, a laboratory where tilapia fish and oysters are raised, and a boat building workshop where sailing boats are constructed. NYHS students certainly aren't stuck in the classroom all week. Here goes another sentence. Try to guess it, to find it. Students also train for rowing competitions, and each year the school holds a charity sailing regatta in New York Harbor. Let's see the missing sentences. In the third one is sentence A, in the fourth one is sentence F. Let's continue with the text. Paragraph C. The school only has 400 students at any one time and must come from low-income families. Keeping students' numbers low means that classes are small, helping students fully participate in their lessons. Here goes another sentence, another missing one. Try to guess it. What about the students themselves? What do they think of their new school? It seems the move to Governor Island has been a resounding hit with them. Student Ashley Charles says, "It's so amazing to be here. It was a dream of mine to have our own little world on an island. And now we have it, and it's like, whoa." Meanwhile, Amy Mahon, now in her second year, says she feels like a freshman again as she learns to navigate her way around the spacious new school. Like her fellow students, she is very enthusiastic and motivated. "Expect us to do great things," she says. Let's see the missing sentence. Number 5 is sentence C. Let's continue with paragraph D. NYHS founder and educational expert Murray Fisher says the idea for the school was inspired by the model of communities taking control and taking care of their local marine ecosystem. NYHS is certainly turning words into action. The school's long-term goal is to introduce millions of oysters into New York Harbor to filter the water and recreate the vibrant ecosystem that once thrived here. Here goes another missing sentence. They are not just going to school, says Dudley. Their classroom is the harbor. Now let's see the correct answer. It's sentence D. Now let's see some vocabulary exercises. The natural world firstly. Let's see some definitions. Current, the first one, a strong movement of water or air in one direction. The second one, nutrients, the essential chemicals in food that help animals live and grow. The third definition, prey, an animal that is hunted and eaten by another animal. Let's continue with number 4. Its definition also, species, a group of living things that have the same features. Number 5, tide, the regular movement of the sea towards and away from the land. The last one, whirlpool, water that turns around and around, pulling things towards it. You can see also the picture. Now let's do an exercise about them. Let's practice. Complete the sentences with the words mentioned earlier. The first one, most of the living, you completed, live in the ocean. Let's see the correct answer. Living species. The second one, coastal regions usually have a high, you complete it, twice a day. A high tide. The third one, jellyfish are typical, you complete it, for seabirds. Typical prey. Number 4. Plastic doesn't contain any, you complete it, to help wildlife live. Which word do you think goes here? Let's see the correct answer. Nutrients. Contain any nutrients. Number 5. The movement of the rubbish in the gyres is dependent on strong. You complete it here. Let's see. Currents. Strong currents. Number 6. Gyres are like huge, you complete it, of plastic rubbish. Let's see the correct answer. Huge whirlpools. Now, hazards and pollutants. Let's see the definitions of acid rain. What is it? The first one, acid rain, is rain that contains a high concentration of pollutants. The second one, sewage, a general word for human waste. The second one, rubbish tips, places where unwanted rubbish is dumped. Let's continue with number 4, industrial waste, material you get rid of when it has been through the factory process. Number 5, contaminants, a general word for substances that pollute or poison. Number 6, hazards, things that can be dangerous or cause damage. Thank you very much for your attention.